Brilliance Audio presents Girls on the Line by Aimie K. Runyan, performed by Kathleen Gatty. At a party hosted by Ruby Wagner, even one for Red Cross volunteers, it would not do for the table linens to be any less pristine than the bandages we rolled for the boys overseas. There was no detail too small to escape Mother's keen eye, from the shine of the platters on the refreshment table to the nearly imperceptible flecks of dust on the chandelier. The rugs were brushed and beaten out of doors despite the biting cold and looming snow. The menu was planned weeks in advance and consisted of little Genoa cakes, Linz tarts, oatmeal cookies, and things of that sort that could be made with a modicum of success, from corn, barley, or oat flours, to spare the wheat flour for the troops. The government urged meatless and wheatless meals at every turn, after all, and there was nothing more fashionable than patriotic sacrifice these days. Everything was baked to perfection by our hired girl Evangeline under Mother's intense supervision and displayed invitingly on the sideboard. During the get-together, Evangeline would be charged with keeping every cup brimming with piping hot coffee from the service Mother generally reserved for the holidays. Care was taken to not appear extravagant or wasteful with scarce resources during wartime, but neither would Mother risk having the ladies of the main line think that hard times had come anywhere near the Wagner house. Mother agonized over my clothes as she had the menu. The maroon satin with ecru lace was too decadent, the gray wool skirt and simple shirtwaist too plain. At length, a simple brown velveteen afternoon dress was deemed the appropriate blend of stylish and serviceable for the occasion. We were new to the main line, and everything had to be perfect. Money would not buy admittance to society here. Only pedigree could do that. And Mother was determined to fashion my older brother Francis's and my way through solid marriages. Francis and I were barely a year apart in age, and inseparable until the war came. Even when we came of the age, and his male pursuits took him out of my sphere for much of the time, we still found ways around Mother's demanding schedules to spend time with each other. There were more than a few lazy Saturday afternoons when we skipped out on social calls to ride bicycles, which Mother forbade me to do, or go canoeing on the Delaware, each of which required trousers. Mother forbade those too, but Francis kept a sturdy pair of knickerbockers and woolen knee socks that he'd outgrown hidden for me in the back of one of his drawers. Keeping them a secret was one of our favorite jokes, and sneaking them in with the laundry almost as big an adventure as the out-of-doors exploits that made them necessary. He had hid frogs in my bed, pulled my hair, and teased me relentlessly. And I missed those carefree days terribly. People often wondered at our close friendship, given that we quarreled like cats and dogs as children. But the truth was that we were each other's constant companion and ally. Until, that is, Francis enlisted during the crush to join up in April. Given that his training was in engineering, he was snapped up for the 11th Engineer Regiment. "Tuck up those loose tendrils, Evangeline," Mother ordered as she inspected me. Evangeline hopped to my side with hairpins at the ready and tucked the loose locks up with the rest of my hair. She was a tall, spry girl with long, nimble fingers perfect for intricate tasks. Evangeline and I had thought the few loose strands softened the look nicely, but Mother preferred things tidy. "Better. Only a girl with blonde curls like yours could make Brown look anything other than dowdy," Mother decreed with satisfaction as I twirled for her inspection in the parlor a quarter of an hour before the Red Cross volunteers were meant to arrive. She patted her own mousy brown locks with a forlorn sigh. My corset pinched at my sides. Since Mother insisted the fireplace in the parlor be kept roaring for the benefit of our guests, the thick fabric of the dress was stifling. "Very smart looking, Ruby," Father concurred, setting aside the crisp, creamy beige pages of his newspaper. "It's a shame young Nathaniel can't see you looking so lovely while you're hard at work this afternoon. Any of our brave soldiers would be proud to be seen with such a pretty young thing on his arm."